watches this shit.
Roll that intro. Let's do it.
Really, just straight up? Just straight up into it?
Know.
No, are you... want to just go in completely unprepared? Ready?
Wait, do we prepare normally? Have I been missing this?
No.
Yeah,
Eric's bright green. You can see my unkempt bed. And I don't know, you're doing fine, Calvin.
What I meant is like mentally prepared. Like oh, I'm going to do a show. You don't... Okay.
No, I worked a long,
right.
hard job.
I'm rolling the intro. The intro's rolling.
Now I'm here. I mean, fuck, how am I supposed to prepare for this?
He's going.
It's time for Thunk Tank.
Hello, welcome to Thunk Tank. Well, welcome. Hello. Hold, I'm doing the intro again. Hold on. I'm doing the intro again.
You know what?
We're doing it again.
I see why you were wondering if we were prepared.
Thunk Tank.
Homework really paid off.
It's time for Thunk Tank.
Apparently,
Hello.
you're over prepared.
Welcome to Thunk Tank. My name is Calvin, and I am unprepared.
My name is Andreas, and I'm as prepared as I always am.
My name's Eric. Can we do this intro again? I wasn't ready.
Yes, we can.
Do it again.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do it again.
I'm joking. I'm doing it again. Did you roll the intro again?
I did. I rolled. Okay, I stopped. Okay, we're live now. We're good.
Serious.
The show has started.
The show is real.
The show is
We're
real.
here, alive,
Calvin, say hello.
real.
Hello.
All right.
How do
He's
lighting
Calvin.
specialists make green screens not turn the actors green? I'm very confused.
Indirect lighting and fancy things. I don't fucking know.
Fucking scumbag.
Maybe they have green filters that take out the green light.
Well, yeah. What you do is
There's nothing to.
you fix it in post. That's the trick.
Right. Okay, Calvin, you're the post guy, so good luck with that.
Okay, hold on. I'm on it.
I think they may have lights that just filter out green light, and then it won't look green.
That seems like cheating.
I've got your forehead has disappeared. Hold on, we're getting there.
Wow. Are you using green screen technology? And only
Yeah, I'm too green. It doesn't work. I'm too green. The green screening doesn't work on me.
And that's why Hulk couldn't be a newscaster.
That's what the Kermit the Frog song about being green is, right?
There.
Wow.
Okay, now I have to look at the stream. Oh wow, that is
simultaneously bad and kind of cool.
But we'll roll with that. Okay.
I fixed it. Did you see it?
All right,
fixed.
good job. Thank you
All
for
right.
fixing it, Calvin.
So we got to roll the intro again here
Why?
because our audio listeners, this was dog shit. It'll be fine.
Okay, you say so. Here it goes. We're going again.
Real one.
Stink, stunk,
For real, guys.
think, Thunk
Be serious.
Tank. It's time for Thunk Tank.
Hello, welcome to Thunk Tanked. My name is Calvin, and I'm not screwing around.
My name is Andreas, and I always was screwing around.
My name is Eric, and I don't have a third option for that.
Okay, this is it. This is the real one. You guys got to do a real.
Real one.
This is
You
it.
have
We
to
don't-
actually
No.
have a
No
thumb.
making bad content anymore.
So, guys, I stole this idea, but it's a good one.
Okay.
Scuba Museum.
Oh, they use scuba dive through a museum?
Yeah, and it
That's
would be a great way to display like shipwrecked things that are difficult to preserve in air, and the experience of diving on a shipwreck in a museum seems freaking cool as hell.
That does. I don't know exactly the safety issues that might happen, but there are them. They are there.
We'll do this in a place that doesn't have good laws for people who get hurt in scuba accidents.
Okay. So we're going that direction.
But I think it would be an actually like a awesome experience. Diving through a shipwreck, how cool would that be?
It would be kind of cool.
It would be very cool.
And as a tourist attraction, that's like, that's a good sell.
That's a good sell. The underwater museum.
Yeah.
Can we not use scuba gear and instead use a snorkel of some sort to go in and out and save on the costs and the concerns for air canisters and all that other safety equipment?
Yeah, that's true. You don't get like the bends by snorkeling.
Yes, the bends do
you
not
also
have.
don't get bends in a 20-foot deep swimming pool.
That's fair.
Okay.
No one's getting the bends.
What
No
I'm-
one's dying from lack of air
What about
20
garden
feet down.
long garden hoses that you breathe through?
I like this. I like this.
Pump the air down, and you're in
Oh,
one of those
like the
ridiculous
old school,
old-fashioned suits.
the big ones with the big things, and you're weighted down so you can walk across the bottom. I want
That would be awesome too. I'm in
That
for
would
that.
be awesome.
Oh.
I'm actually down. Yeah.
Yes, like Jules Verne,
Yeah.
not like the
Except
author,
they
but
had
like
scuba
his
gear, didn't they? In 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I don't know.
They had air tanks. I swear they had air tanks.
They may have. He thought of a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't
But, like,
remember.
Tank of air is not rocket science.
No,
you
this
know.
isn't. It wasn't like he was,
Scuba
getting
science.
crazy, but
Yeah.
advanced for its time, I think.
Okay,
Anyway,
so tell me what kind of exhibits are going to be in this museum?
well, the best exhibit possible would be the Titanic.
I see.
That
Yeah.
would make all the tourist money.
So you're bringing the Titanic up.
Yeah.
And then putting
Over.
it
You
in
don't
a
have to bring it up.
shallow,
That's the whole point.
shallow.
You don't have to bring it all the way up, and we don't have to preserve it once it gets there. Like one of the large problems with aquatic, what's it? I lost the A word. It's
Artifacts.
not astrology. It's archaeology. Thank you.
Oh.
It's definitely not astrology.
No, definitely not astrology, but it's
Aquatic
archaeology.
astrology is a field that's
Aquatic
constantly
archaeology
shifting.
is like preserving the items once you bring them up, because once they've been exposed to air, they start deteriorating tremendously. You don't have to expose them to air. Keep them underwater. People can like swim through. It would be
That's a
if
good
you could
idea.
get any boat that people know the name of that's not the Titanic, even like it would be a huge attraction.
What about a fake Titanic?
Yeah. What about a
Replica Titanic?
replica Titanic?
What about a U-boat? Get a German U-boat.
I'm sure you could find one of those laying around somewhere on the bottom of the ocean.
You know, you can get a lot of that shit. You get some sea mines. You make them not explode anymore.
Yeah.
Put
What
those up.
about treasure that you can find that you scatter around, and you can
Chocolate coins.
you chocolate coins. You put them in a bag.
Underwater chocolate coins. Good idea.
Howard, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Chocolate coins.
Chocolate coins.
Or, like real treasure,
Yeah.
I guess.
That seems. The profit margins are suddenly dropping
Yeah, they dropped
tremendously.
tremendously.
You don't get to keep it, but you get to find it.
Oh.
Some kid will eat some of it.
No, chocolate coins was not the suggestion. Like real gold.
And I'm telling you, some kid will eat
Doubloons.
some of it, so smuggle it out.
Doubloons is that they're called. We put doubloons
Yeah.
on the pirate ship. You go down. You've got a hose connected to your gear. You're slow motion going through, and you're like pretending like you're really deep undersea, finding hidden treasures.
Let me pitch you on this. Since apparently we're off the rails on this museum idea.
Whale.
What about old school diver fights?
I'm sorry.
We put a boxing ring underwater, and two divers get in there and they fight. No going for the air hose. That's the
Sure.
only rule.
That is pretty.
Only rule.
Yeah, underwater martial arts sounds awesome.
Really slow, really ineffective.
Well, you
No
gotta
grappling.
be, you gotta
No
be
grappling.
really strong to be able to land a good blow that way.
Yeah.
Zero G martial arts in general sounds awesome.
Well, zero G is very quick. The water really slows down the punches, which makes it last way longer.
Yeah,
Way
but
easier to dodge a slow-mo kung fu punch.
yeah, but
They're
it's like
also-
3-dimensional. That's the thing. It's like there's this like whole other aspect to the fight,
You could swim
That's
up
true,
like
you
in
can
Dragon
jump
Ball
up.
Z.
like in
And-
Dragon Ball Z. Exactly.
or whatever other thing where they fight in midair while flying, basically.
Yeah,
All of them.
all.
Mm.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
So many good uses for scuba gear, and people still use it for dicking around coral reefs.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
Museums.
I'm going to say right now, I
Food.
think old school scuba gear is really cool. And I'm sad that it's not in fashion anymore. And maybe it's because it's super deadly.
Are you talking about the helmets with the weighted boots and things? Yeah, that's not scuba. Scuba is specifically the
Okay.
free roaming one with the tanks.
Diving. Dive
Yeah.
suit.
Dive suits. Yeah, on those
Sad that's not a thing.
bathyspheres or whatever. Those are pretty cool. But diving bells. Oh,
Diving
Those
bells
don't
were a
exist.
cool concept. God.
Underwater laser tag.
love it.
So you can have that like Navy SEAL experience.
Yeah, that's what the Navy does pretty much exclusively.
Combat
Yeah.
underwater.
Underwater combat.
Yeah.
That's-
Navy SEALs.
yeah, they're SEAls. Like,
Yeah,
Or-
there's
or,
SEAls
you know,
who
so
are
they go
trained to
underwater.
fire lasers at targets, right?
look, they wouldn't be called SEAls if they didn't go underwater all the time
Yeah.
and fight.
Cool. I'm glad I brought that up because
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wrote down a thing,
Yeah.
and it's problematic, and I'm really kind of debating whether or not I bring it up.
Ooh.
I'm
Are we
concerned.
gonna get Calvin canceled again?
So I'm gonna say the least offensive version of this.
How,
Okay,
why,
then
why
I'll
am I
choose the
worried that
most
that's going to be
offensive version.
so much worse?
So I don't remember what I was reading or something, but it was some dumbass talking about bullshit, and it's the normal rage-inducing stuff. But I had a realization that we should, in some way, better communicate the absolute horrors of slavery, because there are people that have really dumb visions about it.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, if I was a slave, I would just punch the master and walk off.
Or you have to work for free room and board, and the slaves were really happy. Like, people were like,
Oh, yeah.
no, lots of them treated them well. So I'm proposing a
I'm so scared.
historical camp-like museum where you can experience the real experience for like a week.
So like slavery summer camp.
Except
yeah,
that
basically, you can opt into it, and like we market it as like a combination of like, oh yeah, you could like look how easy it is, and then what you do is when they show up, because they're all like, oh yeah, I know what it's like, I get to say whatever I want now. You actually just do beat the shit out of them and like forcibly make them labor for. Tremendous
Aside
amounts of
from
time.
the liability issues, this sounds
Yeah,
like
they
a
sign the
fucking
waiver
nightmare.
ahead of time.
Mm. Look, we could
There's-
just
there's only so much you can get away with somebody signs a waiver. You know,
Yeah.
there's still the laws are still in place, right? Like you.
Yeah,
That's
but
why.
no.
That's why you
look,
can't. That's why you can't like sign a waiver and have it be okay that somebody eats you. That can't. You can't do
Right.
that. Cannibalism
so
bad.
I can sign a waiver, and I can get in a ring and have someone beat me into unconsciousness.
yeah.
That's not. It's a sport, right? Are sports somehow not? I agree this is very problematic, but I also do think that it's a wonderful educational a thing that would really help us.
Here's the thing: it's basically
Address.
just prison.
Also,
yeah, it is basically just prison, except it's prison, but with
Except you don't
different
end up with a criminal record when you come out, so it's way
Right,
less
and it-
harmful.
and it would technically be optional, because I can't
Yeah.
figure out a way to make racist people do it.
You
there's
just make
no
racism illegal and put them in jail.
there's
That
no
seems
teaching the stupid.
Well,
I just want to throw that out there.
I would argue that it's not that they're stupid. I would argue racism is a mental disability, and they should all be institutionalized.
Ooh, I've got this great camp. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's
So
move
I'm gonna
on.
cross an idea off my list I thought I'd never cross off. We need a way to let racists out themselves. They've figured out not to say the racial slurs in like company they're unsure of.
No, they
A
figured
lot
out.
of them have.
They
Okay.
unfigured it out in the last 5 years. I'm pretty sure.
That they're pretty good at not saying explicitly racist stuff in like social settings where like other people there might not be racist.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
We need to find a subtle way to let them show off how racist they are without letting them know that that's what they're doing. Because then they'll stop doing it so we won't know they're racist. Because every racist says they're not racist, except for the really crazy ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
But
to be fair,
I also say I'm not racist.
Yeah,
And
but
and
like
then
we believe you when you say it because you haven't done anything racist and like we've known
and
you
because
for a
of how
long time.
uncomfortable you are with my idea,
very.
it's very
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
But like people you just sort of know like a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Like some of them are probably racist. And you'll never find out because they have learned not to say the racist thing
I
for
mean,
fear of getting canceled or whatever.
should
But we
better
need
than
some way.
if you're at the point where you are racist on the inside, but you've learned to not say the racist things around other people, I'm like, that's a half a win at least.
That's less than half a win because then they can infiltrate like organizations and get jobs where they can control other people's lives and then do racist shit just subtly. Like the entire police force.
Okay. See, now that's a separate issue that I think you might. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm listening now.
Yeah. Like we need to find some way of figuring out who's racist without them knowing we're doing it.
Okay.
And I can't think of one, but I open the table to suggestions.
I see.
Well, I would suggest that through large amounts of AI surveillance on people's internet activity, we could probably pretty easily
We
identify.
could probably just like ask Facebook to figure out who's racist, and it would.
Probably Facebook, and probably to a degree, like if you had Google searches linked to individuals, you could definitely.
Once again, all problems can be solved with artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
We just
Or
can't.
probably not even. Probably
just-
just a program that's like, hey, he searched for like 15 of these words on that list.
Mhm. So
Oh,
here's my problem with this.
it's very
it-
problematic.
Okay, yeah, this is very, very problematic. This is
All of this is problematic.
my problem with any of this is really close to some very bad things, such as like pre-crime and thought crime and so on. Right?
Yeah, no. This is
No,
quite.
there's no crime. Nobody's going to prison for this.
Mhm.
We as a society, I feel, the overwhelming majority of us who are anti-racist should shun the racists.
Right,
And we need a good list of who to shun. No, just shun them socially. Let them fuck off to their own place. We don't need them.
I think that still counts as discrimination.
We just send them all to Texas and give Texas back to Mexico. Easy.
Deal.
Deal.
Actually,
Also,
Fuck it, Texas
being
can be a-
racist isn't a protected class. We can discriminate against them all we want. Fuck them.
I'm going to all right. Hey, Calvin, remember how you thought it was problematic before? I'm gonna say that it is part of their religious freedoms.
No.
I'm pretty sure the Bible says some shit about people not being of your like
No.
tribe.
Racism
Okay.
isn't a religious freedom. Fuck off.
Okay.
Think
Okay.
it is.
No.
Okay.
Nope, you're wrong.
Okay. I hate this. I hate this episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
Okay.
you want to not?
I was good with the underwater museum.
That was
Underwater
good.
scuba. I brought it. I really brought my A game. Sorry, I let
All
you
right.
down.
But
with
you know
the
what?
second part.
Hey, Calvin.
I hate the very concept of racism. I don't like it.
Oh yeah.
I don't want anything to do. I don't want to think about it. It's bad, and it's huge, and there's
And we need to end it.
There's some
Destroy
things,
all racists.
there's some things that you just can't. There's no easy solution for, and
Agreed.
Let's,
my whole insides are knots thinking about it. Honestly,
okay. Here's what
Yeah.
we're gonna do. You ready? You're gonna cut from the end of the scuba part
I don't want
to
to.
right now. You're gonna cut from the end
The
of the scuba
lost
part.
racism episode.
No,
Yeah.
God damn it! I was gonna say you're gonna cut from the scuba episode part to right now. With me saying you're gonna cut from the scuba episode to right now.
Yeah.
And we're gonna forget all of the stuff that shall not be named.
Okay.
Our like 5 live viewers will be the only people that ever know this happened. And to be fair, the viewer count didn't go down, so they're either very angry or they're not that angry. But they're not a
I think
little.
they know
angry.
we're on the right side of history.
We're definitely on the wrong side of the right side, though.
The right side of the wrong topic.
Okay, yeah, we need a different topic. Let me check my list. My list says oppose causality, and I'm not sure why.
Wait. Okay. So,
You mean actual cause and effect?
Yeah, fuck that shit.
yeah, for every cause, I'm going to make an opposite effect.
So entropy, that's right out.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The arrow of time, fuck it.
it's arbitrary.
Huh?
Ain't no arrows.
So
What is the opposite of entropy? Like, in theory, right? I don't know the root word. really.
Magic.
But yeah, basically, it's like when shit happens, the energy levels sometimes just spike up.
it's not about energy. It
About
it has.
usable energy.
It is about. Oh, it's complicated, right?
So
talking about what are the actual definitions of
I'm-
it has to do with energy, but it's not
I'm
just
gonna
about energy
propose-
going up or down.
I'm going to propose that in my sci-fi universe, we're opposite entropy, which we'll call atrophy. Nope. Atrophy? Atrophy might be a word that means something. I don't know. what it means.
Atrophy
Sounds
is
like
a word.
atrophy.
It
but-
sounds like atrophy, but it isn't. It's atropy.
So instead of entropy, it's outropy.
Outropy. There we go. Outropy. And things occasionally just get a vector of acceleration arbitrarily.
I mean
It
that
just
happens.
for no
Here and
reason.
there.
Wait.
Fantastic.
So there. Okay, hold on. Because it's about
Everything's
Order-
exploding all the time.
It's
yeah,
about-
have you thought about
order and chaos, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
about bringing order into a situation and chaos into a situation, right?
what part of random acceleration vectors makes you go, yes, it's bringing order?
Order is the state. It goes from order to chaos, and that is entropy. It's about math that can't be worked back properly, right?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't really want to define it that hard. I want to talk about my sci-fi world.
Okay.
Yeah,
from
let's talk about your sci-fi
from
world.
like the 1920s, like piece of shit sci-fi book, where they go to another planet and they don't have entropy; they have outropy. That's where I was going.
So
But-
food doesn't
See
go
this
bad.
as an episode of Star Trek.
No,
Food-
I think food still goes bad. It's just occasionally parts of it won't go bad. They'll go,
Sometimes it goes
fresher.
unbad.
yeah, they
yeah.
get fresher.
You know, leave that bad fish laying around long enough, it'll get fresh again.
You know, occasionally, small like bits of water will suddenly turn into, like hydrogen and oxygen.
So this is a world where both
Both
entropy
things.
and outropy happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So an
Well, it's outropy because they're a net positive for, well, I guess I'll say usable energy.
Okay. Isn't it funny how these like big important physics terms have like so much to do with human perception? and what we classify things as?
I
Well,
think
all
the way we
physicists is a
understand
model.
it has to do with human perception. I think if you look at just the math, it's A, way more complicated than we're making it sound when we talk about it, and B, nothing to do with human perception, just very, very complicated.
Hmm.
But I might be wrong. I haven't looked at
I
the math.
wouldn't
I
know.
don't understand it.
Hmm.
Like, definitely, like, the simplifications of science for the layperson
Oh,
have a
yeah.
lot to do with human perception because they
Sure.
have to make an analogy to something we're capable of comprehending without degrees in advanced mathematics. That's why the idea that time is a particle is difficult to convey
Time is not
and
a particle,
thoroughly
though.
meaningless. Are you sure?
I mean, I'm
Time
not
particle.
sure. As much as I'm sure of anything, which is none, but very high probability that time is not a particle. Also, high probability that particles aren't real. But that's not.
Yeah, particles aren't particles. They're just electrons masquerading as particles.
I mean, no.
Mom's a
No,
particle.
That's
That's all I got, man. I'm
Welcome
sorry.
to Thunk Tanked, where I desperately
Thunk
try to
Tank,
hold
where-
on to some sort of base reality.
No,
while
this
these
is a
two talk
comedy
about
podcast.
stuff.
I don't give a shit about your
tank where
facts.
science is probably not real. It's just like an approximation of a representation of reality
Okay, that's
to the
true.
best of our ability to perceive it.
That's true. It's just science is just a model of reality. That is
Of what we
That
can
is-
perceive of reality.
Sure.
All
There
right,
might
this
be
isn't very
whole
funny.
tons of reality we can't see.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, I'm not
Cold
funny.
water radiators. Cold water radiators.
Is
So
that like,
it's
is that like
it's a,
AC, but
An
for
air conditioning unit.
no. Hear me out, right? You live in an
Cold-
apartment in
Cold
New York
doesn't
City.
radiate. Cold doesn't radiate.
Hush.
well, the heat
No.
would radiate into the cold.
Yeah, no. Hush. It's a radiator like the old school cast radiators
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
that you hook up to your tap water, and you run cold water through,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and it dumps it back out in the drain, and you run it like kind of slowly, and it's a heat sink, and
Right,
it
it cools your
house. Yeah.
And it's a really inefficient air conditioner that wastes
Ah,
water.
But no, well, I mean, yes, it wastes water. But if a lot of apartments don't pay for water,
Mhm.
they pay for electricity, and therefore, you can just run your water all day without giving a fuck.
Where is
In
it that? Wait, what? Okay,
I don't know. New York City, maybe. I don't fucking know.
definitely not. Definitely not.
You pay for water there? You get a water bill for your apartment?
You've got to. There's too many.
You
people.
lived in New York City.
Yeah, but I didn't think about it or remember things from it.
I'm sorry. I'm angry about all of my bills. How do you not retain this?
Oh,
I've-
we talked about this. My brain works in a very different way from you guys, but by leaps and bounds. I just don't care about things like that. It's hard for me to, and I certainly don't remember them or think about them. I don't worry
Well,
about
he
stuff
doesn't think
in
about
general.
things he cares about.
I don't.
Why would you think about anything you don't care about, bro?
And I hate money, and I try not to think about it whenever I can.
Look,
It's,
I
it's
came
a
up
waste
with
of time.
cold water radiators, and they're a great item, and we should kickstart them
Okay.
and
Think-
sell them.
I
Uh-huh.
think you could do better with like some sort of like humidifier.
Oh yeah,
tapped
swamp
into the main
coolers,
line.
way,
Swamp coolers are
way,
fantastic.
way better.
Like
yeah,
not
Okay.
in terms of being good, but in terms of cooling things fast and using water.
I am recommending my thing because I think it's funny.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I think that this has got to be done as a scam.
I mean, it kind of is because we're selling an inefficient tank that you just run water through, probably for like $45.
Yeah, and if you're doing that, you might as well have people pick up the water from one end and pour it back into the other one, and make sure that the top is big enough so that as it evaporates with lots of surface area, it cools the tank. And then, but don't tell them that. And then it runs down, and then you use that same water for free to cool again. And every once in a while, you got to refill the tank because there's losses. But don't talk to them about that. and you run a Kickstarter for a human-powered air conditioner.
Ooh, natural, passive
Like we could
air
even have
conditioner.
like a wind-up fan that disperses the.
You know what no one uses magnets for? Cooling.
Okay. Maglev water tank to prevent like coolant loss.
Wouldn't want any thermal conductivity from the floor, you know.
Right.
Wouldn't
It's
want
already
that.
the floor is already like the coldest part of the room.
Yeah. What about
I'm so
fan
confused where
magnets?
we've gone.
Let's put magnets on a fan blade. Because the spinning magnetic fields, because this would be a great
Ooh.
graphic, right?
Right. Yeah, I
show a
can
fan and you
imagine
show
the
the
magnet
normal-
lines already.
You show the normal spinning of the fan stuff, right? Like the air patterns. And you're like, your normal fans are garbage. Look at these uneven things. What we did is we took magnets on the ends of the fan, and here are the magnetic lines. And they'll like be spinning slightly out of sync, so it like fills it up more. And be like, using, we'll call it inductive properties.
Would this ionize the water? Like any of the water? Like even a small bit?
Probably technically.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, then the magnets ionize the water. We could put that right on the box.
Ionized passive cooling.
Guys, this is what it is. Here we go. It's a spray bottle, but it has magnets on the sides. So that the water, when you spray it, it goes through the magnets and you just spray it on yourself. But the bottle looks fancy. It's very sci-fi. It's got like one of those, like it's like cylinder, and it's got this cool like wrap around top, and it looks all fancy. Yep.
Huh. Do you think anyone
No.
will think the magnets do anything? No, okay.
I don't think anybody will think about any of this. I don't know.
We could just do like a subscription box that sends dry ice to your door.
And then someone dies of carbon dioxide poisoning, and
There's not enough carbon dioxide in a box full of dry ice.
probably true. That's
Yeah.
probably.
And they're going to keep like most of it in their freezer as they use one block at a time to fan themselves cool.
That seems like a bad idea. Isn't dry ice slightly dangerous?
Only if you're really dumb.
Yeah. Like
So
you put
we
it
have
in your
to have it
mouth
in,
or something.
like, in like cartridges that would like
Yeah.
insulate people from getting into contact with it or something.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have to
Oh my
have
God,
a
it's a fan.
proprietary cooling device that's
It's
a
a
fan, but
and
it
you
costs $100.
And you stick the cartridge in there. No, the
Yeah.
the fans cost like $30, but they won't run without a cooling cartridge in there,
Oh,
and it has to be charged, right?
Does the dry
could
ice
theoretically.
stay cold under pressure? They can't. How
It
does-
will remain solid under pressure at higher temperatures than its normal melting point. I'm saying melting point, but people will be upset.
Is it the evaporation that makes it cold?
Yes,
partly.
and usually it's also quite cold to be,
Yes.
solid.
I'm just wondering if there's an under pressure thing, and there definitely is, because I've seen things like this,
Refrigerants.
where
Yeah.
you put it in, it's completely normal temperature, and then you release the pressure, and it freezes
Mm-hmm.
like a can of air,
Yep. Yeah.
like a CO2 cartridge.
Ooh. You see, I don't think people would buy CO2 cartridges, but if we sold dry ice capsules that don't necessarily have dry ice in them, but have
They're just CO2 cartridges.
yeah,
inside.
they're just CO2 cartridges, but we call them dry ice capsules.
Yeah, because the dry ice is just CO2, right?
Pretty
That's
much.
perfect.
You put the thing in, and it goes, and you can feel the whole thing get cold, and you're like, "Oh, it's gonna be great."
Well, I think it would be a big
Little
fan. I think it'd
mini
be a
air
big
conditioner, mini little handheld air conditioners with CO2 cartridges.
Have you ever
And
seen
you can power the fan with the CO2.
That's right. It goes, and you're instantly frozen practically.
Practical.
I can see the TV commercials with the guy with the icicles off his face at the end. Whoa, that's cold.
Yeah.
Feel the chill.
Look, as global warming progresses, as
We need
climate change
ways
occurs, there's
to
got to
stay
be.
comfortable.
We need ways to scam the dumb people that are
Yeah, we
living
need
in the
ways to
warmer climates.
Profit off of the destruction of the environment.
By further destroying it by releasing tremendous amounts of CO2.
Yes.
That just creates more people who need our product.
Okay,
That's-
is there a chemical that we could release that would
Yeah, Freon.
that would like actually improve things?
No.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like put
No,
something in.
Stop dumping shit into the environment. Stop it. Stop it, you fuckers.
I think we should fix it with
Chemicals.
an ozone generator.
Fix the ozone layer by repairing it by generating ozone.
Yeah.
Ozone sucks. People don't like ozone.
But it smells
Then
so
why
good.
do they have so many ozone generators in their house?
Do they?
I don't know. Hippies do.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hippies put a lot of things in their house.
Yeah.
I'm always reminded whenever I think about the global warming problem that it's actually really easy to fix if you just like black out the skies like in the Matrix.
Or that movie with the train.
Yeah, we've talked about that a couple times. But I always think about
Yeah.
like it's not actually a big hard problem. We could fix it.
It's pretty hard. That does kill a lot of life on Earth.
Yeah, we
No.
couldn't fix the consequences of fixing it though.
You got to do it just a small amount of darkening the skies. It's like sunglasses
Just
for the Earth.
extinguish the sun a little bit.
Yeah.
That would kill so many plants. Holy shit.
No, they are getting all that extra radiation. It'll be fine.
No, it wouldn't.
No, but
By the way, that's called, I believe it's geosolar engineering.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole
That
field
sounds
of science
Mm.
that most people are pretty upset about.
well, you know they're doing something right if most people are upset by it.
Yeah, that's how you know you're doing the right thing in general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
we're only doing the right thing if people are mad at us.
I don't have any thunks today. I've been painting a floor and making
Oh,
mats.
nice.
Horrors.
How did you not come up with any thunks after breathing all those paint fumes? That's when I'm usually at my peak.
How did he not come up with a thunk if it's a Roomba, but for painting floors?
Yeah.
How didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm upset.
Well, once you get down there and you're actually painting the floor, you're like, oh, a little spinny robot is gonna really screw this up.
No.
No, it'd have paintbrushes for wheels. It'll be fine. It rolls on a paint roller, not like Power Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
My body is a paint tray.
Now I'm thinking about ways to make that. So
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
would work.
Robot for painting the floors. You could use it for other things than paint, like can't remember what the clear coating that people put on wood floors is, but that
Polyurethane?
stuff. Yeah, that stuff.
Shellac, maybe too.
Maybe.
Does
I don't
anyone
know.
use
I don't
shellac
think
for
anybody- I
floors?
think shellac is crushed beetles. I don't think anybody does that anymore.
Shellac's good. It's good shit.
Oh, that's nice.
Fucking delicious.
Crushed beetles.
it's the
We're
future.
professionals. Don't do this at home.
It's the future. Future food. Yummy beetle juice.
But floor painting robots would put a dent in the robot market.
Yeah.
Like-
I could see you maybe like renting one from Home Depot.
Yeah, I
they
would
could be,
imagine
like,
it's a service.
industrial size floor painting robots.
They could refinish the floor.
Floor sanding robots. Oh
Floor
my
sanding
god.
robots would be pretty good.
Laser
Then we could-
levelers for it. And they like make sure that the floor is perfect in every way.
And you could have one that, yeah, this would work. This could work. This is not the worst idea we've ever had.
Yeah.
Man.
And all it took was Calvin to paint his floors.
See, Calvin?
Good
Yeah.
job for coming up with a thunk, Calvin.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, anytime. Oh God. Well, we've had a lot of fun here today.
Have we?
Hey guys. I
Oh,
have
yeah.
this thing.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Oh no!
Yay!
White gourd drink. I'm not going to talk about what these white gourds look like because I have no idea what they look like.
They
I've
look-
never seen anything like that.
It looks like a butternut squash that got smoothed out.
But
I-
sure.
I what is white gourd?
I don't know.
So you won't even know, like if it's like close to its actual flavor or not, because you have no reference.
Ingredients: water, sugar, dried white gourd.
Okay, so
So this will be pretty close to the flavor of white gourd.
I guess
Don't know what it is.
here we go.
They're winter melons.
Oh.
Oh wow. I don't have words to describe this flavor.
What's the
good?
consistency of the drink? Is this carbonated? What is going on here?
It's not carbonated. It's just like liquid. It's regular like soda type thickness.
Okay.
I have no idea how to describe this
Is it
flavor.
cucumber.
It is weird
melon?
as hell. No.
Is it fruity? Tea like?
It's so fucking weird.
So I looked this up, and
Uh-huh.
This is apparently Tyson. I
That's
don't
the
know.
brand on the box here.
Oh, perfect. Winter melon drink.
Mm-hmm.
And what is a winter melon? Well, they're in the cucumber. They're like related to the cucumber.
Okay.
Okay.
They look like fat cucumbers growing on a tree.
Uh-huh.
They grow on a tree.
I don't
Just
fucking
like
know.
cucumbers, you know?
Yeah, like cucumber.
What gourd grows on a tree?
Well, they're kind of suspended from whatever the fuck I'm seeing. Maybe someone's lifting them up. Maybe
Oh,
someone's
there's like
lifting
a
them
vine or something. And it
Yeah.
grows up into trees or something. Okay.
up. You keep drinking it, so I think it must be good.
Yeah.
It's definitely not bad. I'm not sure if I like it, but it's so weird. I'm trying to figure out the fuck it tastes like.
You know what I want to highlight right now. I went to a site, and this is an article on the spruceeats.com that's titled "What is Winter Melon?"
Mm-hmm.
But if you scroll all the way down
Yeah.
to the other articles,
Okay.
there's one titled "What is cantaloupe?"
What is cantaloupe?
Yeah, that's a legitimate question for anybody that's never had a cantaloupe.
It's like
What are
antelope.
leeks?
It's like an antelope, but with a C in front.
It's when you can't sneak away and get married.
Hmm.
What is asparagus?
Uh-huh.
I feel like, what are kumquats? All right, that one's legit.
Okay, so look, you come to the rest of the, modern world from someplace else, and you're like, oh no, what is this?
Yeah.
And then
I
now,
agree.
Legitimate question for anybody that wasn't raised with supermarkets.
It's true.
Or at least raised with different supermarkets.
What is fuzzy melon?
so are you finishing this drink? Is this
I'm gonna finish this drink. I'm gonna
Honest-
recommend it. Everybody should have this at least once. It's weird as heck. I'm not gonna give it a rating.
What?
It's off the board.
I cannot rate this because I don't know if I like it.
I can't tell what I think because I don't know what I think.
I don't know what I think of this.
Okay.
It's so weird.
We need to
All
edit.
right.
We need to edit the board with a separate axis that's going out in the other direction, and it's the what the fuck axis, and it can go out over there someplace. With extra dimensional.
Extra dimensional weirdness.
Yeah.
This is.
That's all right. It really fucks with my system, but this is fine.
I can't. I'm not. It's not my fault if your system can't handle the truth.
Amazing.
What did you guys learn today?
Yeah. What did we learn? I learned that there are some topics that I don't want to discuss on Thunk Tanked. Because it's a comedy podcast and some things just aren't funny.
I learned that Calvin needs to edit this episode so that his comments don't make sense.
Mhm.
But also doesn't understand the concept of editing the episode so his comments wouldn't make sense. So, like, come on, get it together.
Okay.
I learned that whatever happened didn't happen if Calvin edits it out.
Damn right it didn't.
I am control of causality. What has happened or not happened and what causes it is my domain. That's what I learned today on Thunk Tanked.
Yeah, fuck causality.
With that, I guess.
I think we titled this episode "Fuck Causality."
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully, see you all again soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I don't know. Thank you, everybody. I'm dumb. Hello, I'm dumb. We're all dumb. We're fictional dumb characters.
Okay.
And in real life,